It's Miss Olivia again, and today I'm going to talk to you about an aircraft that I am very infatuated with, and that is the SR-71 Blackbird. Now, sorry, garage light. Now, when I say infatuated with this aircraft, I not only mean that I like it because I just like it, but I also love it. Like, I love it for a romantic way as well, and I know it's going to sound kind of weird, but it's just the way it is. I am actually, soon I'm going to have a wedding where I'm going to get married to the SR-71. I don't care what anybody has to think. I don't care what anybody has to say. But I'm also here to talk to you kind of how this sort of infatuation began and why I am so deeply in love with the SR-71. Not only is she just an overall amazing aircraft, her speed, just the kind of shape, the coloring, the texture, all sorts of stuff that I just love about this aircraft. And so I'm going to kind of tie all that into what I want to talk about today. So again, like I said, I'm going to get married to it. I don't care what anybody has to say about that, because I really love it. And the first time I ever got to see the SR-71 was at the Michigan Air Zoo in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I was met with the B model, so it was a two-seater, but it was the first SR-71 that I got to see, and I immediately fell in love. If you can't tell, I'm also wearing my NASA today. Because NASA kind of partnered with the Blackbird. But I saw the SR-71 for the first time at the Kalamazoo Air Zoo in Michigan, and I just fell in love. Like the shape, I mean, just the overall triangular shape that it has. The two engines that it had, the way those were shaped, and the two tail fins on the end. Not to mention she had this very arrow-like shape going up and down the body. It was very it was really aerodynamic, but this very arrow-like shape. And it just really caught my attention, and I loved her landing gear, all sorts of stuff. And I was just getting into turbine engines and jet engines, so I was learning about all different types of engines. And I was really interested in the Pratt & Whitney J58s that powered the SR-71. So I learned a whole lot about those, and continued my love for turbine engines and learning about them. But I kept thinking about the SR-71 and just kept thinking about it, and it just grew more and more. The more and more I thought about it, the more and more I loved it. And every day I thought about it, I thought, how cool is this aircraft that can go 2,300 miles an hour and that is just shaped like that. And pretty soon I got to take a trip to the Strategic Air and Command Museum in Omaha. And there they have an A model, and that's actually where I got this model that I built at the gift shop. And they had the A model there, and I got to see it firsthand and just absolutely fell in love with it even more. And I just was so infatuated with it. And at the time I had a boyfriend. I'm not going to mention his name, but I had a boyfriend, and we were starting to have some difficulties and whatnot, and I just realized that people weren't really for me. So when he finally broke up with me, and I had at least 8 months that I was crying and had a hard time getting over that, I turned to the SR-71, and I loved her for her shape even more, the texture, just everything about it, and I just kept loving it more and more and more. And I finally just recently decided, you know what? I don't need anybody in my life. I just need the SR-71. It's always had my attention. I've always loved it, and I just kept loving it more and more, and I love it more and more each and every day. And eventually I came up with the conclusion that I'm going to get married to it. This is the one I want to be with. This is the aircraft that I love the most. This is the aircraft that I have always loved. From the first day I saw it at the Air Zoo to the one that I saw at the SAC Museum in Omaha, and soon I'm going to go to the Arizona Air Force Base and see the other one there. I just love it overall, and I've always been infatuated with it, and it's just the way it is, you know. I'm going to be the lady that married the SR-71, and I'm completely fine with that. So that is my infatuation with the aircraft. This is why I love it, and this is just the way it is. Call it what you will. I don't care. So that's me signing off, and I hope you have a good day.